Vegas newbies and everyone in between. This is Josh with Big Slick Vegas, and for today's video we are going to continue our Vegas most frequently asked questions series, and this is going to be regarding dining. One of the most popular questions out there is, where are the best places to eat? Well, that can cover a lot of ground and a lot of restaurants, and it's really subjective. So we're going to have, this is going to be part one of a part 3 series, and for part 1 we're going to talk about steakhouses, seafood, buffets, as well as sports bars, pubs, and microbreweries. So that video will start right after this. Okay, so when it comes to steakhouses, and Las Vegas is synonymous with great steakhouses, and there are hundreds of great ones to choose from. Practically every hotel and casino has at least one steakhouse on their property, and it would take too long to go through them. So I'm just going to go through a list and just kind of list some basic steakhouses that are either my personal favorites or the personal favorites of many others. And I'm not going to really talk too much about them in detail. I'm just going to kind of list them just to kind of point you in the right direction. So if you're looking for a good steakhouse, these are some of the places I would recommend. So one place would be Joe's Seafood and Prime Steak at the Forum Shops at Caesar's Palace. Another personal favorite of mine is Gallagher's Steakhouse at the New York Casino. Then there's also The Steakhouse at, believe it or not, Circus. Not really, doesn't have the greatest reputation in the world, but their steakhouse is routinely rated as one of the top steakhouses in Vegas. You also have the Smith and Walensky Steakhouse there at the Grand Canal Shops at the Venetian. There is Bugsy and Myers Steakhouse at the Flamingo. Another place, it's not on the Strip, but it's not too far from the Strip. It's right on West Sahara Boulevard, and that is the legendary Golden Steer Steakhouse. This place has been open since the 1950s and has hosted many celebrities such as Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Elvis Presley. Many athletes also go there as well. It's a favorite place, I believe, of race car driver and legend Mario Andretti. Many of these people have their own booths named after them, so you can, when you do a reservation, you can request, say, the Frank Sinatra booth if you'd like. So it's definitely one of the top old school steakhouses in Las Vegas. As you go downtown, there's also some really good steakhouses down there. There is Oscar's Steakhouse, named after the former mayor of Las Vegas. That is located at the Plaza Hotel and Casino. There's also Hugo's Cellar, known for their tableside Caesar salads, and that's located at the Four Queens. And then there's also Andiamo's Italian Steakhouse at the D. Now, all these steakhouses are also going to have a great selection of seafood, but some other good seafood restaurants you can also check out is the Mastro Ocean Club Seafood Restaurant, which is located at the Crystal Shops, which lies kind of in between the Aria and the Cosmopolitan. There's also Emerald's New Orleans Fish House, which is owned and operated by celebrity chef Emerald Lagasse. That's located at the MGM Grand. There's also the Lakeside, which is located at the Wynn. For something a little bit more affordable, as the previous places are a little bit on the higher end, there is the Seafood Shack at Treasure Island. Big Al's Oyster Bar, located at the Orleans Hotel and Casino, which is just a little bit down from the Strip on Tropicana Boulevard. And then there's the Chart House downtown at the Golden Nugget. Now, another thing that's also synonymous with Las Vegas are the buffets. Now, COVID unfortunately ended up closing down a lot of these buffets, and many of them, some of them that were actually pretty good, are not going to reopen. But here's kind of a list of some buffets you could try. Now, on the higher end scale, you have the buffet at the Wynn and the Bacchanal buffet at Caesar's Palace. Now, these are going to be higher. You're looking at, with the Wynn, at least on average, about, depending if you go for dinner or brunch or breakfast, you're looking at probably on average about $60-65 a person. And the buffet at Caesars, the Bacchanal, you're looking at upwards to around $85. But the selection there is huge. Lots of seafood options, lots of carved meats, and other options as well. I know that also for our vegan friends out there, are also offer vegan and vegetarian options as well. There's also the Wicked Spoon Cafe at the Cosmopolitan. They're only open for breakfast and brunch during the week. They're not open for dinner. They're going to be a little bit cheaper, probably in the $40-50 range. And then for something a little bit cheaper, there's also the Ace Buffet at the Palms Hotel and Casino. They're going to be typically between the $30 to $40 range, except for on Wednesday nights, where they do have an all-you-can-eat lobster buffet, which is around $65 a person. Now, be warned, the wait line to get into that buffet can be quite long, so get there early, as they do cut off at a certain point, and I found this out the hard way. They will actually cut off the amount of people that are going in there, so you definitely want to get there around 4 o'clock, or probably actually 3 o'clock. They open at 4 if you're wanting to get in on the all-you-can-eat lobster buffet. Some of the more cheaper buffets, which are probably going to be on average under $40, even under $30 a person, there is the Garden Court Buffet at the Main Street Station, which is located in downtown area of Las Vegas. It's around Main Street, about a few blocks away from Fremont. They're a pretty good buffet, have a good reputation there. And speaking of, not to be confused with the Garden Court Buffet, there's also the Garden Buffet at South Point Casino, which is way down on the very far end of South Las Vegas Boulevard. So far south that's not even considered on the Strip, but they have a very good popular buffet there as well. And then you also have the buffet at Excalibur, which is also one of the better, cheaper buffets, especially for the breakfast or brunch buffet is actually pretty good there. So that's probably a place you want to check out. Some of the buffets to avoid, despite their pricing or whatever, I would not probably recommend the one at the MGM Grand. Long time ago, their buffet used to be really good, but even before the pandemic, their buffet had gone downhill, and I don't think it's improved much since then. Also, the buffet at Circus, where it is really cheap, the food's just not very good. So those are two buffets I would probably avoid. Now, getting to like sports bars, pubs, microbreweries, there's quite a few places to choose from as well. Among some of the favorites there on the Las Vegas Strip, there is, if you like the Irish pub style, there's the Rira Irish Pub at Mandalay Bay. It's actually in Mandalay Place, which is kind of like a little corridor in between Mandalay Bay and the Luxor, but that place is really good, open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and do offer live music at night. There's also Nine Fine Irishmen, also, which is located at New York, and they also do offer live music on certain nights there as well. Also at New York, there is a beer house, which also includes an outdoor dining area and drinking area. Very highly rated and very highly recommended. And speaking of that, there is the Beer Park at Paris, which also has an outdoor area there where you can do a lot of people watching and view the Strip and see the Bellagio fountains from there as well. You also have the Tap Sports Bar at MGM Grand and Blondie Sports Bar at the Miracle Mile Shops, which is connected to Planet Hollywood. Also not too far from the Strip, at the Ellis Island Hotel and Casino, there's the Front Yard Brewery, which also offers an outdoor area as well. And also a lot of their microbreweries a lot of them are at a pretty affordable price, anywhere from $3 to $4 a beer. Going downtown, you have the 777 microbrewery, which is at the Main Street station. You also have the Griffin and the Hennessy's Tavern, both located downtown on Fremont Street. They're not inside any of the hotels, they're just kind of like a standalone tavern. And then there's my favorite, the Chicago Brewing Company, which is located at the Four Queens. Also a good place to get deep dish pizza as well. So that's going to conclude this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And on our next video, we're going to be viewing places like pizza, burgers, deli sandwiches, and other quick bites and quick eat options there in Las Vegas. We will see you there on the next video, and thank you for watching.